Hello everybody, Lord Almighty here. Today is Saturday, March 17th, 2018, St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day everybody. Today I am continuing my quest for a yellow perch for my aquarium, and I've returned to the place where last time I missed a yellow perch because I really have no idea what the hell I'm doing at any time. So I'm back here to see if there's any more around. And conditions are not good. I mean, it looks bright and sunny, but it's actually pretty cold today, and the wind is honking. We got like 20-mile-an-hour winds today, which is about what it's been like every single day for the past 2 weeks. And that's when we haven't been getting pelted with rain and snow and sleet from the nor'easter that we're getting every other day. But I'm hoping, since it's at least sunny, the water will warm up a little bit and the fish will start moving around. In the past, I've caught a lot of perch by accident throwing around jerkbaits, so I tied on this little Rapala X-Wrap. Maybe, just maybe, the third time will be the charm, and I'll finally get that yellow perch I've been wanting. I think one of the reasons why I'm having such a difficult time catching perch, not even, the fact that the weather's been not ideal for the past few weeks. Perch aren't a fish that I normally target specifically. Normally I catch perch when I'm either fishing for something else, or if I'm just fishing for whatever's biting, I'll wind up catching a perch or two. So I'm really not as well versed in patterning them as I am with other fish. Not that I'm making excuses, even though that's kind of what I'm doing, because perch are one of the easiest fish to catch, and I'm sure that the ice fishermen from Wisconsin and Michigan and up in that area are just having a ball at my expense right now, because those guys can catch 100 perch without even trying. And that's after they've already had a six-pack. Alright, well, I have moved to the shallower end of the pond, and from the if you can't beat 'em, join 'em department, I switched over to this super shallow running perch-colored crankbait. We'll see if we can find any cannibalistic specimens in this particular body of water. Alright guys, well, fishing on this end of the pond is absolutely impossible. It's just blowing my light lures all over the damn place. I can't put the lure where I want it to go at all. So I'm going to have to bail on this spot, and I'm going to try another pond that's pretty close by. So sit tight, and I will see you in a couple of seconds. Okay guys, I've changed spots, and I've also changed lures. I've moved over to this chartreuse curly tail grub on a 1/8 ounce jig head. 1/8 of an ounce is a little bit bigger than I normally use for perch and panfish, but on a windy day like today, I'm going to need the extra weight just to keep that lure in the water. Because fishing those tiny, light little crankbaits in this howling wind, that just was not happening. I think that's a loon out there. I thought it was a cormorant at first, but looks like it's got white on its chest. It's right straight ahead. You might not be able to see him, but he's right straight ahead. He just went down. Bet you he's seen a few perch today. I bet they're in his belly, too. Alright guys, well, this spot isn't doing it for me either. So I'm going to pick up and I'm going to move. And yeah, it's shaping up to be another tough day. So give me a minute to switch spots, and I will be with you shortly. Alright guys, well, made it here to the third spot. This is a creek that actually flows out of a lake that I know has a lot of perch in it. I was gonna fish the main lake, but it had white caps on it. So I decided to make my way down here to the creek, see if I could find maybe some slackwater pools where there might be some perch hanging around. And I've switched over to the 2-inch white grub on a little jig head. I'll tell you what, if this lure don't do it, I don't know what will. There's a fish. Could it be? It is! Yay! Oh, and look at this perfect aquarium size too. Look at that. The quest is at an end. Alright, let me get this guy set up in the bucket. Look at that. It's taken me a month, literally a month, to catch this little yellow bastard. But I finally got him. He's gonna look really good in my aquarium too, I just know it. Even though I caught my yellow perch, I'm gonna keep fishing for a little bit longer. So I wouldn't mind catching one or two more if I can, just to fill out the tank, because it's a decent sized tank. So yeah, one or two more would be nice, but even if I don't catch any more perch today, I am one happy angler. There's a fish. What's this? Ah, it's a creek chub. And it looks like he's got a chunk taken out of him or something. Look at that, he's got a wound on his back. Well, I actually wouldn't mind also putting a creek chub in my aquarium, but if that wound is caused by some kind of bacteria or disease, I definitely don't want to introduce it. So I'm going to let this fish go. Alright, back he goes. Hopefully he's not ill, and he lives to be a ripe old age. Alright guys, well, I did not catch any additional perch or other worthy fish for the aquarium, so I'm going to pack it in today, and I wanted to close on this shot of the lake, just as a final reminder of the kind of conditions I was dealing with today, which have not been good. Wind's been howling all day. If anything, it's gotten worse as the day's gone on. But you know what? Mission accomplished. I got my perch. I'm really glad I was able to put this thing to bed. This whole perch search thing was starting to play out like an episode of River Monsters. Only I was going for a fish that doesn't normally get more than a foot long, and I am probably not even a quarter as British as Jeremy Wade is. But anyway, I got one perch in the bucket. It's going home for my aquarium, and I just want to thank you all for joining me on this adventure in trying to get one of those yellow perch, one of the most elusive fish species in the world. Finally managed to get one. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next adventure. Alright guys, before I conclude this video, since a few of you have been asking about it, I decided to show you my fish tank setup, complete with my new addition, the yellow perch, which you can see swimming around in the front. This is the same fish tank that you've seen in my other videos, 65-gallon acrylic, but you can see it looks a lot different now. I have the backing, which looks like stone. It's not real stone, of course, that would be too heavy. It's just rubber that's texturized to look like stone. You know, that's fastened to the back of the aquarium, and you can see the hoses running up to the filter. That's actually hooked up to an undergravel filter. There's actually like a slotted, almost like, not a collection system, but it's like a slotted, like a corrugation underneath the gravel. And since the ammonia and the nitrates and the fish waste are actually heavier than water, those will actually sink down and stay in the gravel. So now instead of vacuuming out the gravel frequently, it gets sucked out through this undergravel filter, and it goes up through the filter, and it gets rid of those contaminants. So it's a lot less maintenance on my part to keep the water chemistry in good shape. And I've got a piece of driftwood that I found on a riverbank. I just cut that down to size so it would fit in the tank. The gravel is just plain old pea gravel. It was a 20-pound bag that I bought at Home Depot. And the rocks are just landscaping rocks that I just found them in a shopping center. They were using it for their landscaping, so I took a few, and now I'm using it for my landscaping. So there you go. There's our perch. He's getting adjusted to his new home. You can see there's some leftover little goldfish from when I fed the other fish yesterday. The other fish is the white perch. I'm not really sure you can see him. You might be able to see his tail sticking out off to the left there, but he doesn't like the light, so he's gonna hide from us for a while. So that's it. That's my fish tank. And again, thank you guys for joining me on this yellow perch odyssey. We had our ups, we had our downs, but in the end, we got what we wanted. And that fish sure does look nice in that fish tank. So again, thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next adventure.